He said it loud enough for the whole backyard to hear. So what, you file paperwork for the army? The laughter from the grill died in my throat. My cousin grinned, beer in hand, grease on his chin. He thought he was being funny. The same kid who used to steal my Halloween candy. I wiped my hands on a napkin, calm, composed. "No," I said. "I fly." He laughed. "Oh yeah? What's your call sign?" I met his eyes. Iron Widow. His father, a Navy SEAL with a stare like winter, froze mid-bite. "Boy," he said slowly, never looking away from me. "Apologize. Now." My cousin blinked, confused, nervous. He didn't know what that name meant, but his father did. And for the first time in years, I saw fear on a man who'd walked through war. 2 years before that barbecue, I was another kind of soldier, not in a cockpit, but in a marriage. Michael, my husband, the kind of man who made promises like they were gospel. Smooth, magnetic, proud. He used to wait for me on the tarmac after each mission, hands in his pockets, smile too wide. I used to believe that smile, until I didn't. It started small, late texts, phone turned face down. The way he started calling me babe less and hey more. You notice the micro things first, the quiet between words, the breath that feels like a lie. Then came the undeniable, a picture. Not of him, of her, in his truck, wearing my flight jacket. That was the day Iron Widow was born. I didn't throw things, didn't scream, didn't cry. I poured myself a drink, sat down at the table, and opened a new file on my laptop. Operation Widow. I'm trained to plan missions, to calculate risk, predict reactions, execute under pressure. He forgot that about me. Or maybe he never knew who he married. Step 1 was silence. I gave him peace, the kind that makes a guilty man squirm. Step 2, access. I had every password, every account, every document he thought I didn't. Step 3, timing. Revenge isn't about speed, it's about precision. I learned the truth slowly, like rewinding a wreck. He wasn't just unfaithful. He was stealing, using my military housing allowance to fund his consulting business. And that woman? She wasn't just a fling. She was his partner, in every sense of the word. So I played dumb, cooked dinner, smiled at her name lighting up his phone, all while copying bank records, tracing wire transfers, and forwarding everything to a quiet contact at JAG. 4 months later, I got my moment. We were invited to a gala, military crowd, medals, uniforms, pride. He walked in beside me, sharp and smug, wearing the same suit he wore when he proposed. He had no idea what was coming. During the keynote, my contact approached him. 2 men in dress blues, calm and cold. They asked him to step outside. He didn't come back. The next morning, I filed for divorce. Undergrounds of fraud and misconduct. All assets frozen. His business seized. The mistress? She lost her clearance when the investigation found her connection. I didn't need to raise my voice. The system did the shouting for me. They called me in later. Quiet room, no media. The commanding officer looked at me with something between pity and respect. "You really are Iron Widow," he said. That's when I realized I wasn't broken. I was rebuilt. So when my cousin mocked me at that barbecue, I didn't see a fool. I saw another man who thought a woman's uniform meant paperwork, not power. He didn't know what those words cost me. How many nights I flew through storms, both in the air and in my own home. I didn't need to explain it. His father already had, because he knew my story. He'd heard about the pilot who exposed her husband's fraud ring and brought down an entire corrupt contractor network, without firing a single shot. Iron Widow wasn't just a call sign. It was a warning. Later that night, as the crowd thinned and the grill smoke faded, my cousin mumbled an apology. I nodded, said nothing. But his father caught my eye, gave me a slow, knowing nod. He understood. Some battles are fought with bullets, others with silence, patience, and perfect aim. I finished my drink, looked up at the dark sky. The stars were sharp and distant, like the world finally made sense again. And for the first time in a long time, I felt weightless. Not because I flew, but because I'd finally landed.